Now I would move to the second keynote speech. We have here Aleksander Mokrecki from Startup Hub Poland. He's going to explain us why they decided to create Startup Hub for Central and Eastern Europe. So please, Aleksander, welcome on the stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victoria. My name is Aleksander, and I just wanted to say something about. As I say, I'm from Startup Hub Poland, which is the parent company of IDCEE. IDCEE is a Polish-Israeli venture fund, and I also want. Startup Hub Poland is incubator is specially dedicated for Eastern Europe but I didn't want to say only about Startup Hub Poland. I want to say also about idea, why we decided to make a Startup Hub Poland, and I think it's the idea is applicable for Ukraine also, and it's about the Polish experience in making entrepreneurial society and startups. So this is Enigma. Enigma was the same as like a startup. It's German. It was a competitive advantage of Vera during the World War II. And only a few people know that Polish scientists, basically from Warsaw, cracked the code of Enigma, and they gave it to Britain. So it was like a startup which was commercialized in Britain. Just it changed in some way the way of World War II. This is another example of Polish invention which was didn't commercialize by Poland. It was Blu-ray. Blu-ray is widely used in every CD nowadays, and only a few people knows that works on Blu-ray was in the same time when Japanese scientists do that. But Polish science from Warsaw, we wanted to make some sophisticated, very sophisticated. It was very expensive. Japanese did it less costly. So the Japanese technology won the market and is widely used. So that's there is a simple question answer that we didn't know that they have to make a startup and start to commercialize that technology. But it also makes another question: that, how many such innovations are in universities in Poland, in Ukraine, in Belarus or Russia? That's, we just think it's huge of them. No. And it made a few key issues of Polish authorities, how to make that innovative society, how to break through for better commercializing of invention. And something's going on because now Poland is supporting its innovations. One of them is graphene. People say that it's the future of electronics in making semiconductors. It's a very thin layer of carbon, which changes the properties of many materials. It will be very experts say that it will be a really big, huge impact on electronics. Another important technologies for Poland at the moment is gasification of coal, because we have a lot of coal, and now it's perovskites. Perovskites is a new material used in photovoltaic cells, and it will make a cheaper cells for photovoltaic. It could be another revolution. And Poland started to make a lot of grants for developing startups, using primarily the European Union grants. It's basically divided for two groups: by granting venture capitals and by granting innovations in e-business. Poland also established a venture capital fund it's like a fund of funds, which granted a lot of smaller funds with capital for investing in another startups. It made a huge impact on whole Poland experience in startups, because at the moment we have a huge industry of venture capital. A lot of companies, also private companies, started to flow money in venture capital industry. And I want to say a few words about some new technology, new startups which made impact on a global scale, which basically was originate from Poland. So in Poland started iBeacon's revolution. Nobody knew that the very first company which used iBeacon technology was based in Krakow, in Poland. And we went at the moment to United States to make foundings for the technology. But it was really interesting when we came to them when we were based in garage and had a very simple idea that they made some device which will be counting people who are going through some place. And they expanded it into using Bluetooth low energy technology, and now it's we all could be using it in our smartphones by making some context of the place where we are. We just can to come with and take on a smartphone the menu in a restaurant, or just be given new discount in a supermarket, or else it's another revolution which gives a lot of more using of the technologies. Now a very well-known Polish company is Iwona Software. It's a text-to-speech which you can write any text, and it will be written in any language of that. The company was bought by Amazon, and it used it in Amazon technologies. Another company, Audioteka, it's our portfolio company of Giza. It's some platform for selling audiobooks. The company now is growing in Poland, Czech, Turkey, French, and Spain markets, and it also entering the Russian-speaking markets and Arabic-speaking markets. They are entering every market which are non-English-speaking market because they don't want to compete with Amazon's Audible. And, but there are also problems. The problem is cooperation between science and business. Poland still have a problem how to make researchers from university to commercialize their innovations. Just I say, plenty of that innovations which nobody know how to commercialize because it's two different worlds, and we have to make a link between that worlds. Giza, our fund, just made one really successful example of such spin-off. It's one of the first spin-offs in Poland. It's a biotechnology company, Nanovelos, and it uses another very simple idea that in cancer treating, every cell which is cancer cell using 28 times more sugar than normal cell. So if we take a drug and make a sweet of that drug just by covering it with sugar, the cancer cells on chemotherapy will be taking more and more such drugs. And now the company is on a preclinical studies, and it's preparing for studies on human body, and we suppose when in 5 years it will be really successful biotech company which will give a huge rate of return for our fund. So at the moment we are starting to why we are believing in creating startup for Central and Eastern region. Just we made a few assumptions, but a lot of scientific research on universities in Ukraine and in Poland and in our countries, which need support of venture capitalists and could be commercialized with a huge rate of return. There are a lot of really successful startups which are supposed to make another revolutions in technology in our industry, and they also need a support. And we thought, how do we can give them that support? We thought about our strengths. Why we are like a startup hub Poland. We are a proper place for commercialize such place. Why we can give that support for that companies. So first of all, we have experience, the whole experience and the network of contacts of Israel Giza and Polish entrepreneurs who are working with Polish Giza Ventures. And it's a really huge network of entrepreneurs who are from the Forbes top 100 people who, from the first pages of newspapers, who have companies from which are developing globally, and we are supposed to give support for successful startups. We have experience in creating Nanovelos spin-off, and at the moment we are working on more spin-offs, and we gathering that experience, and we hope we could really give our support for startups in other countries like Ukraine, which have really a lot of good scientists. And so we develop our mission. I just talk a lot about our mission just before, because our mission is helping for commercializing scientific research, for making really successful startups of them, and to make a hub for Eastern and Central Europe for such startups. And also there is another thing of that supporting. As we see about the situations, a lot of companies need to continue their research, and they very often they want to continue. They need we need some place to continue that research, and we didn't have on their universities special equipment. We also want to give them the access to that equipment, which are a lot of them in European Union universities. And it's one of the, very often it's one of the main argument which that researchers wanted to take from us. So what we can offer like Startup Hub Poland. So we just divided our offer on two stages of seed capital and pre-incubation. When we are just evaluating the projects, if it could be commercialized, and when we give seed investments of it's not a big investment, but with our partners, with GIZA Polish Venture and of its network of companies, we can expand that funding up to 2 million euros or even more. It's a significant capital, as we see GIZA as a first stage of founding. And at first stage, we suppose that we'll be looking for another stages abroad, in United States and in European Union countries. But last and very important also is that we give us support and special advice how to make a company, because we are going to invest in projects which are before establishing a company, just on a research stage. This is very quickly about our system of investment, and you can see that after Startup Hub Poland investment, which is like SHP support, with the investment of GIZA. The whole investment could be up to 4 million euro in interesting scientific projects. So, what technologies are we interested in? Especially it's nanotech, clean tech, new materials, but also as well it's ICT and software. But we as a fund, we see our mission on investment on projects on a very initial stage before the proper before the establishment of a company. Do you have any questions?
Thank you very much, Aleksander. I don't know if the public has any question for Aleksander about Startup Hub, the investment strategy. I think the presentation was pretty clear, and if anyone here has a question, I actually do have it. It's more a perception, the one I would like to get from you. Do you see any difference in different countries in Central and Eastern Europe? And if so, which are the advantages of each country? Like talking about main countries, so Ukraine, Poland, and others.
We see the advantage of Ukraine because it's Ukraine has the same language of huge market. It understands very properly a huge market of Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and all that former USSR markets. And also Ukraine has a very strong science. And That's really a very huge advantage of Ukraine.
Thank you very much.